Listen close because this is the part most people ignore until it's too late, and you'll hate yourself if you do the same. You pour your soul into a startup, grind day and night, sacrifice everything, but then you hit this invisible wall: exit strategies. Everyone talks about raising funds, scaling, pitching, but when it comes to the exit, the moment that defines success or failure, most founders freeze, paralyzed. Investors, they're swallowing their frustration too, because they chase these unicorns but struggle to nail down clear, profitable exits. The brutal truth? Without a razor-sharp exit plan, all the blood, sweat, and tears are just noise. This isn't just about making money or bragging rights. It's about survival. It's about not being crushed under the weight of poor decisions made years before. Your choices now about how to exit shape everything: your negotiation power, your ownership, your future credibility, and the entire venture's legacy. They obsess over market share, product market fit, user growth, but forget that the exit is the final battlefield. If you don't master this, every sleepless night might as well be a war waged in vain. Here's where most founders and even the savviest investors trip. If you build a castle with no secret passage to safety, you're sealing your own doom. And it's maddening because everyone around you pretends it's all sunshine and growth charts. But inside, you're screaming, what exactly is the plan to get out on top? So here's the cold, raw reality painted in sharp strokes. Exit strategies are not just an afterthought. They are the backbone of every investment decision. If that's not wired into your DNA right now, you are already weeks behind your fiercest competitors. Step 1. Abandon the illusion that you can just figure it out later. If the exit doesn't shape your entire approach from day one, you're setting yourself up for a nightmare. This means every pitch, every hire, every deal needs to be baked, not just for growth, but for how you'll cash out. And we're not talking vague IPO someday promises or maybe a buyout hopes. But it also means those who do master this, not just superficially but deep in their bones, dominate the game. They wield exit strategies as a weapon. We're talking laser-focused scenarios that slice through the fog: strategic acquisitions, roll-ups, secondary sales, strategic partnerships with exit triggers baked in, all balanced against the raw business realities you face. This is what the system won't tell you. Most exits fail or underdeliver because founders and investors dance around the true pain, pressure to perform versus the desperation to find a clear exit path. Deal terms get twisted, ownership dilutes, egos clash, and suddenly the dream dissolves into chaos. It's ruthless. Now, brutally, you must understand how exit strategy choices influence every single investment move. Want your startup to ignite with early-stage investors? Then you tailor your growth story toward exits they value, like strategic buys from fast-scaling giants hungry for innovation, or clear, credible paths to secondary market sales. This isn't theory. It's a living, breathing negotiation ground where your exit roadmap must appeal to their psychology and needs. Here's a killer insight few dare to use. Don't just accept the standard exit routes everyone preaches, challenge them. Craft hybrid exits that blend partial acquisitions, earnouts, or stage buybacks. Use convertible structures that give you control but keep exit windows flexible. The secret is, your exit plan must be as dynamic as the startup itself. Freeze it and you die. Innovate it and you command power. And listen carefully to this. This is the linchpin most people miss. Aligning your vision with your investors' exit expectations isn't just about money. It's about trust. If you and your backers are not obsessively in sync on how and when you'll exit, you're on a ticking time bomb. You'll face sabotage, misaligned incentives, and worse, devastating exits at fire sale prices. The real pros simultaneously solve their own liberation and capital's hunger for return by designing exit structures that force clarity and performance. There's madness in ambition, but there's also method in calculated escape routes. Imagine knowing precisely when your options open, when your shares vest, when to accelerate or stall growth, all mapped out in ironclad terms. That's the freedom all founders crave, yet so few secure. Then there's the emotional war, fear of losing control versus desperation to cash out. The founders haunted by the nightmare of selling too early, losing their legacy, but also paralyzed by the dread of never getting out at all. This painful tension gnaws at every decision and relationship. Negotiate earnouts that lock in milestones meaningful to you. Structure vesting to keep key talent hungry. But here's the truth bomb. Exits don't have to kill your vision, they can be the launchpad. Design your deal terms to keep mission control during and after the exit. Let's tear down this myth that exits and passion are enemies. When you build exit mechanisms into your growth model, passion gains a megaphone. You aren't handing the keys away in desperation. You're sculpting a foundation for lasting impact and real wealth. Founders, investors, visionaries, this is the battlefield where freedom is won or chained. You are not here to just play by old rules or settle for legacy systems that shackle ambition and potential. You are here to rip those chains apart and build new pathways where capital serves the rare few who dare to shape the future, not the complacent masses. Reclaim your strategy. Own your exits like the lifelines they are. Push every deal, every plan, every partnership through the lens of how it propels your exit trajectory. Say no to vague plans and unfocused ambitions. Demand transparency about exit paths early and force every investor to commit to them as coalitions, not just wallets. This isn't about just making it work, it's about unleashing the relentless strategic engine that powers breakthroughs. Get obsessed with understanding every angle. Acquirer motives, market timing, liquidation preferences, secondary sales dynamics, everything. You know the cracks in the system that swallow millions in lost value every year. Now use that knowledge as your secret weapon. As you step deeper into this, a radical mindset shift must happen. Exit strategy is not just a chapter in your pitch deck, it's the heartbeat of your venture capital journey. Without it, you'll bleed equity and time, trapped in endless iterations. With it, you forge unstoppable momentum, turning tribal loyalties, endless borders, and obsolete systems into dust. A global, dynamic meritocratic future where your capital is not a chain but a propeller. It's your responsibility, your duty, to turn this pain of uncertainty, misalignment, and fear into clarity, power, and freedom. Tear down the illusions the world feeds you. Don't negotiate your exit as a reluctant afterthought. Secure the links that transform isolated brilliance into united, world-changing impact. Own it with the raw courage of a gladiator stepping into the arena. This battle is fierce, but the rewards are nothing short of life-altering. This is how legacies are made, fortunes forged, and the impossible realized. Silence your doubts, shatter your limits. Craft your exit with the precision only warriors of disruption understand. There is no better time, no clearer call. Rise now, grasp this fiercely, and never let the exit define you on its terms again. You own it, you control it, you transcend it. So, start right now. Map your exit plan with brutal honesty. Push your investors for clear exit alignment. Engineer deal terms that protect and unleash your vision. Build exit triggers that keep your power intact. Think global, act strategic, and refuse to settle for less than freedom on your terms. This is the fire that lights every smart investment choice. Because every exit is the turning point. And at that moment, what you've built, who you've become, and how fiercely you fought will all come screaming to life. Own that moment, or be owned by it. The choice burns in every second you hesitate. Don't let it burn you. Burn with it. Now take control. Make your exit strategy the heart that drives every move you make. Because in a world full of illusions, this is the one truth you can never afford to ignore.